completing the nucleophilic addition reaction, reduction and oxidation of aldehyde and ketone, we just move to the some important name reactions and the different kind of reaction shown by the aldehyde and ketone. So now this today's heading is reaction due to alpha hydrogen. That means reaction due to alpha hydrogen shown by aldehyde and ketone. So now here we first discuss about the alpha hydrogen and the mode of reaction and the condition of reaction. So first listen carefully. So in aldehyde and ketone, if you write here an aldehyde like double bond O, this side carbon for CH3 and this one is hydrogen. So this carbon, this is aldehyde group and this carbon has 3 hydrogen atom, 1, 2 and 3. So this is functional group, carbonyl group, this is functional carbonyl group. So this carbon is termed as alpha carbon and this hydrogen is termed as alpha hydrogen. Clear? This carbon is termed as alpha carbon and the hydrogen attached with alpha carbon is termed as alpha hydrogen, you know previously. And for second example, if this is aldehyde like this, so this carbon has 2 hydrogen because so this carbon has 4 bonds, so 1, 2, that means other 2 bonds are with hydrogen. So if this is alpha hydrogen, in this molecule total 2 alpha hydrogen and in this molecule total 3 alpha hydrogen. If we write double bond O H, here alpha carbon is present, this carbon is alpha carbon because this is carbonyl center, so after carbonyl this one is alpha carbon and here this alpha carbon is attached with 3 carbon chain. So here alpha carbon is present but there is no alpha hydrogen. Here no alpha hydrogen is present. And for further double bond O, in this molecule here is 1 hydrogen is present. So this is alpha carbon and this one is 1 alpha hydrogen. So I hope you understand that how to count the alpha hydrogen in a aldehyde and in ketone also similar. For example, for ketone it is C double bond O, this is ketone. So this is simple ketone or propanone. So here this carbon has 4 bonds, so 1 bond is clear, so other 3 bond is with hydrogen atom. So hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen, and in this side also 3 hydrogen. So in case of this molecule of ketone, propanone, here is total, this one is also alpha carbon and this one is also alpha carbon. So you know that how alpha beta gamma written. So after the carbonyl center or after the functional group, first carbon is alpha, second one is beta, third one is similarly alpha beta gamma. So hydrogen attached with alpha carbon are alpha hydrogen. So here is 2 alpha carbon, so written alpha and alpha dash. So here total 6 alpha hydrogen. Clear? Another example for ketone, in this molecule there is no any alpha hydrogen, Why? Because this carbon is alpha carbon, but alpha carbon attached with the other carbon, so it is there is no any alpha hydrogen because all bonds are with another carbon, no any hydrogen is joined with the hydrogen, so no any alpha hydrogen is present. So after these examples you can easily find that the number of alpha hydrogen present in aldehyde or ketone. So this is basic requirement and basic knowledge for the further information. So you should able to find the number of alpha hydrogen. And now discuss about this alpha hydrogen. What is the character of this alpha hydrogen? So I write here, whatever it is, aldehyde or ketone, it doesn't matter. So I just write here a carbonyl center, and if here is alpha hydrogen is present, suppose I don't write total hydrogen here, so I just, if it is alpha carbon and this one is also alpha carbon, so this hydrogen is alpha hydrogen. So nature about this alpha hydrogen is that this carbon is sp2 hybridized, clear. This oxygen is electronegative, so bond polarization towards oxygen. Why? Because oxygen is more electronegative, so bonds electron pair attracted towards the oxygen. And this carbon is sp2 hybridized, so electronegativity of this carbon is also comparatively high compared to sp3. So it also attracts the bond pair of electron due to plus I effect, due to minus I effect towards itself. And further, this is also attracted towards this, because you know that the inductive effect works up to 3 bond. So 1, 2, 3. So this hydrogen get partial positive charge. And this, if this bond is polarized, so means that the bond pair move towards this system. So this hydrogen may leave as H plus, So if it leave as H plus, so the resultant structure is like this, negative. Because if this hydrogen breaks, as like H plus, so negative charge generated on this carbon, and this negative charge is in resonance with this double bond. So here you understand that this hydrogen is acidic due to polarization of bond and due to the shifting of bond pair due to the high electronegativity of oxygen and sp2 carbon. And another point is that the stability of conjugate base. Conjugate base is stable due to the resonance. So this system may lose its alpha hydrogen as H plus in the presence of mild base also, or in a dilute alkali also. It may lose its alpha hydrogen. So this is the property of alpha hydrogen, that alpha hydrogen of carbonyl center is acidic. So overall conclusion is that alpha hydrogen of carbonyl compound is acidic. Acidic means it may lose as H plus ions. So after discussing all these points, the points you get that alpha hydrogen of carbonyl center are acidic, and it may lose or abstracted by the mild base also. So now move to the text here. So what I written here? I written here that reaction due to alpha hydrogen. So I hope you can understand what is alpha hydrogen and how will you count the alpha hydrogen present in the, this is reaction due to alpha hydrogen. So it is necessary to find out the alpha hydrogen present in a molecule. So for example, I write here this one is alpha carbon, this one is alpha carbon. So these two and these two also are the alpha hydrogen. So base, it is acidic hydrogen. So base can abstract hydrogen. So base can abstract its alpha hydrogen, and if it abstracts its alpha hydrogen, this bond may shift like this. So it is wrong way to represent. So I want to write another hydrogen this side. So if base abstract this hydrogen due to partial positive charge here and due to the polarization of this bond, so the bond pair shift towards this side and this bond break like this. So this structure is possible, or this structure is formed, and again this structure is resonance stabilized. So this come back and this shifts like this. So here this is the another structure of the system. After, so this is resonance stabilized, and so it is a acidic hydrogen. It may remove as a H plus. And now about this structure. This structure is called enolate. And this is a vast branch of chemistry, enolate chemistry. It is termed as a enolate chemistry. So this is the enolate and intermediate, and the property of enolate is that this negative charge may behave as a nucleophile. So that means I want to tell that enolate, this is the whole structure is called enolate. Both structure is enolate, resonating structure of enolate. So enolate may behave as a nucleophile. Which type of nucleophile? That is carbon nucleophile. Why carbon nucleophile? Because this negative charge is present on carbon atom. So this may behave as a nucleophile at nucleophilic center or where the partial positive charge is present. So here you are able to find the number of alpha hydrogen and able to form enolate, how enolate is formed. So this enolate is a basis of aldol condensation reaction or aldol reaction or cross aldol reaction. So this is a basic knowledge for aldol. So I hope you get prepared for the aldol condensation. So now move to the text, and text includes that the acidity of alpha hydrogen atoms of carbonyl compound is due to, first statement, the acidity of alpha hydrogen atoms of carbonyl compound is due to the strong electron withdrawing effect of the carbonyl group. Clear? The acidity of alpha hydrogen is due to the presence of strong electron withdrawing effect of carbonyl group, and another one is the resonance stabilization of the conjugate base. Clear? Another one is the resonance stabilization of conjugate base. So I hope you may understand that what is the reason. If anyone asks about the reason of acidity of alpha hydrogen, so you are able to explain that there is a strong electron withdrawing effect of carbonyl center and the resonance stabilization of conjugate base is the reason for acidity of alpha hydrogen. And now on this basis you may solve one question, exercise 12.7. here I want to write here, this is your homework, exercise 12.7. In this question, exercise 12.7, in this question it is asked that which molecule may undergo aldol, Cannizzaro and neither of both. So you may able to understand which type of molecule may undergo the aldol reaction, because this is a basic requirement for aldol reaction is that molecule should have alpha hydrogen. If there is no any alpha hydrogen, molecule does not undergo the aldol condensation reaction. So exercise 12.7 you may solve on the basis of finding the number of alpha hydrogen. For the Cannizzaro, I want to tell here, no alpha hydrogen should be present. For aldol, alpha hydrogen should be present. For Cannizzaro, no alpha hydrogen should be present. And Cannizzaro reaction we discuss after the aldol here. So to solve the question of exercise 12.7, I told only that for aldol, alpha hydrogen should be necessary. For Cannizzaro, no any alpha hydrogen should be present. So now move to the text for aldol condensation. So listen carefully and then after I will discuss the reactions. So first point about the aldol condensation. First point is that two molecules, clearly mention this, two molecule of aldehyde or ketone. So I don't want to highlight the aldehyde and ketone because it is, we study here the reaction of aldehyde and ketones. So two molecule of aldehyde or ketone having at least one alpha hydrogen, minimum one alpha hydrogen should be present. Two molecule of aldehyde or ketone having at least one alpha hydrogen undergo a reaction in the presence of dilute alkali. So what is the important point to remember? Two molecule of aldehyde or ketone having at least one alpha hydrogen, minimum one alpha hydrogen, undergo a reaction in the presence of dilute alkali as a catalyst to form, what is formed? Beta hydroxyaldehyde. Beta hydroxyaldehydes and called it is aldol. Beta hydroxyaldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone. If the reaction between aldehyde, so it is beta hydroxyaldehyde. If the reaction between ketone, so it is the beta hydroxy ketone or also called ketol respectively. This is known as aldol reaction. It is not aldol condensation. Listen carefully. I told that aldol reaction, not aldol condensation. So when two molecule of aldehyde or ketone having at least one alpha hydrogen react in the presence of dilute alkali to give beta hydroxyaldehyde, so beta hydroxyaldehyde, that is aldol, or beta hydroxy ketone, that is ketol, are called aldol reaction. And next point, the aldol and ketol formed previously above readily lose water to give alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Alpha beta unsaturated. What is alpha beta unsaturated? So in reaction we will discuss here. So alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, which are aldol condensation product, and reaction is called aldol condensation. So now this step is called as aldol condensation. Clear? So what you learn in this condensation? In this step you learn that for aldol condensation reaction or for aldol reaction, the molecule of two molecule of aldehyde and ketone react together, but molecule should have at least one alpha hydrogen to undergo this reaction. First product is formed, beta hydroxyaldehyde or beta hydroxyketone, that is called aldol reaction, and this beta hydroxyaldehyde or beta hydroxyketone loses its water to give alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Then it is termed as aldol condensation reaction. So the statement written here, so we just write in a picture form. So what is in a picture form? In a picture form we written that two molecule of aldehyde react together in a presence of base. You may write here, I want to write here, in a presence of base in equilibrium to give beta hydroxyaldehyde, and after losing water it gives the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So aldehyde to beta hydroxyaldehyde is aldol reaction, and beta hydroxyaldehyde to alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl, it is the aldol condensation. Clearly, this step aldehyde to beta hydroxyaldehyde formation is aldol reaction, and from beta hydroxyaldehyde to alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound is called aldol condensation, because this product is aldol, and it is termed as aldol not due to the name of scientist, it is due to the formation of, because in beta hydroxyaldehyde two functional group are present, aldehyde and alcohol, so it is normally termed as aldol for aldehyde and alcohol. In ketone, two molecule of ketone reacts together to form beta hydroxyketone. This is called aldol reaction. Suppose it is not called ketone reaction because aldol is set up for both, because first we discuss about the aldol. So ketone also give the similar reaction as like aldehyde, so it also discuss under the aldol heading, not the separate heading for the ketone. So this is aldol product, and after this is aldol condensation. So this is aldol reaction and this step is aldol condensation. So all about whatever I write here, so you may understand in this picture form. So in this page you learn first to find out the number of alpha hydrogen, second the acidity of alpha hydrogen, third about the aldol condensation, that in aldol condensation reaction two molecule of aldehyde or ketone react together to form aldol product, and after removal of water it form the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So now we move to the next, and this is the reaction. So how reaction occurs, so we discuss about here. So in a reaction you don't have to show the mechanism, but I want to write here the small mechanism for you to understand how the aldol condensation takes place. How the aldol condensation takes place. So just I write here only I want to explain only one example, and the rest of the example I written here you should solve yourself. So first listen carefully here. I write here aldehyde. This is acetaldehyde CH3 C double bond OH. Two molecule of aldehyde react together. So what happened? So first step is to formation of enolate. So any one of this aldehyde may form enolate. So how enolate is formed? So I write here double bond O CH3. So this is hydrogen and CH3 have 3 hydrogen. So this 3 hydrogen, so base we take here as a alkali here, because this reaction it takes place in the presence of base. So this base abstract the hydrogen and it form the enolate. So enolate formed here O minus double bond. This one is hydrogen, and this is resonance stabilized, you know previously. So this is double bond O and this is negative. So I told you previously that this may behave as a nucleophile. So this nucleophile or this system behave as a nucleophile on another molecule of aldehyde, because one molecule takes part in a formation of enolate, and enolate is a nucleophile of carbon, and this nucleophile attack at carbonyl center of another molecule to give the addition product. So I want to write here again. So double bond O, this one is H, sorry I don't write here, H, and this one is negative. It react with another molecule of aldehyde, because two molecules reacts together. So this one is H and this one is CH3. So this nucleophile attack on this system and this move to this system. This system nucleophile attack on the carbonyl carbon and the pi bond breaks here. So resultant structure is, so write the resultant structure. So how to write this? So this carbon form bond with this carbon. Clearly this carbon we have form bond, new bond with this carbon. So how write the structure? So first write H. I write here H, C double bond O, and this. So I write here total structure of this, and this atom form a new bond. So this one is new bond. Clearly this dark line is a new bond to this carbon. So this carbon. So this carbon is bonded with double bond O oxygen, but one pi bond is break. So just write here O minus. Clear? O minus. One another bond which is hydrogen, so I don't want to write hydrogen, and another bond with carbon chain. So this is carbon chain. After protonation it converts into the OH. Clearly this convert into the OH. So this is beta hydroxy. Why beta hydroxy? Just listen here. This is double bond O, so this one is alpha carbon and this one is beta carbon. So this is beta hydroxy aldehyde, or if it is ketone, so it is beta hydroxy ketone. And just after small heating only, but due to the just increase in a temperature of 2 to 3 degree only, it remove as a water. So how it remove as a water? So one hydrogen from alpha and OH from beta remove as a water. So the resultant structure is like this. So if here elimination takes place as like OH and H remove as a water, I write here. So H hydrogen from the alpha carbon and OH from the beta carbon remove as a water. So the elimination reaction takes place, and this bond here is after elimination it forms the double bond. So this one is alpha carbon, this one is beta carbon. So it is called alpha beta unsaturated, because alpha beta carbon have unsaturated bond. So alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this step is elimination step. Condensation step is a elimination step in a aldol reaction. So this elimination takes place to give the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So you may understand in this mechanism that one of the molecule among two molecule, one of the molecule form enolate and behave as a nucleophile and react on the carbonyl center of another carbonyl compound and form the product. So you don't write the mechanism in your copy or in your exam, but if you want to understand how the reaction takes place, so you may write and you may understand. And this is a simple step how to. So this step is aldol product. So in your book all the steps are hidden and you should only write the product. So I want to explain how to write the product. So this is written here. I write here R1 and R2. So in these two molecules, one of the molecule we have as a enolate. So I consider here that any of them, if two molecules are similar, any one can form enolate. So one of them form enolate. So I consider that this molecule form enolate. So if this form enolate from this side, so this carbon make bond with this carbon, because here negative, so this attack on this carbon center. So this R1 is here and this one is new bond. This one is new bond here. And one thing you should remember that if which molecule form enolate, the double bond O retain on this molecule. Enolate molecule retain its double bond on its molecule, and the another molecule on which enolate attack, the double bond O converts into the OH. I hope you may understand. The molecule which take part in a formation of enolate does not lose its carbonyl center, but the molecule on which enolate behave as a nucleophile loses its double bond O carbonyl center as alcohol. So this is a aldol product. Here it is you use base. So this is aldol product. And after heating, the alpha hydrogen from this center alpha hydrogen and OH remove as a water, and the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound you prepared here. So this one is R2. So I hope you may understand that how to write the product of aldol. So next move to the another example. This I write here ketone. So this is ketone. Any one of form enolate. So suppose this side form enolate, because both sides are similar for both atom. So any one of side form enolate, not both side. Clear? So if this form enolate, this molecule form enolate, so this make bond with this system. So you may understand this one is new bond. And if I want to write here, this one is R1, this one is R2, this one is R3, and this one is R4. So if R2 center form as a enolate, so R2 goes to this place and R1 is here. Because it's enolate, we have as a nucleophile, so new bond formation between this and this carbon. So this is new bond. R1, it is as like free. It is R3 and R4, it is clearly here. So do not think why write here R3, R4. You may write anyone, because this one is a tetrahedral structure. And after removing water, how water remove takes place? One hydrogen from alpha and OH from beta, and the double bond formation between alpha and beta. So this one is alpha beta unsaturated. This one is R1. This one is this one is R2. This one is R3, and this one is R4. So in this structure, or in the when you want to write the product of aldol, you should remember where the substituents goes. That means where the substituents should be attached. So I write here two of the example for you to how to write the product. So I want to again explain this example. So in this example, first find out alpha hydrogen. So here no any alpha hydrogen, but here is two alpha hydrogen also, and both molecule are similar. So anyone can form the enolate. So suppose this system form enolate. Here is a negative charge. So this negative charge may attack on this system. So how you write the product? The product is H C double bond O. The double bond O of enolate molecule is retained, but the molecule which do not take part in enolate formation, double bond is converted into the OH. So double bond O, I write this system. Clear? This system we have as a enolate, but this system also attach the one carbon chain. So I write the one carbon chain here for this chain. For this chain I write here, and this carbon center we have as a nucleophile, and it form a new bond. I write here in a dotted line, double bond, so a new bond with this system. So I write this carbon here, this change into the OH, and it is attached with one hydrogen and one two carbon chain. So you know that I don't write two hydrogen, so attach directly two carbon chain. So this bond is a new bond formation. So this is a aldol product. This is aldol product, and after condensation step, the alpha and beta go to unsaturation, and it forms the double bond. So just after heat and write minus H2O here, the product is H double bond this and this. Clearly? So I hope you are able to write the product, how to write the aldol product. Clear? So this is, so please solve this question also. Any one of these four system you can form enolate and write the product also. Now in a cross aldol, it is just similar to the aldol reaction. There is nothing more different than the other one. So in cross aldol condensation, the statement is that when aldol condensation is carried out between, the important situation is that when aldol condensation is carried out between two different aldehydes, that means in the aldol condensation we took similar aldehyde or similar ketone, but when reaction takes place in two different aldehyde or ketones, that means two different type of aldehyde or two different type of ketone. So I write here two different type of aldehydes here. Clear? To two different type of aldehyde, because here is CH3 and here is CH2CH3. So these two aldehyde are different aldehyde. So the reaction carried out between two different aldehyde or ketone, and another situation is that one aldehyde and one ketone. That means one is aldehyde and another one is ketone. So this type of reaction is called cross-aldol condensation. Cross-aldol condensation. So all the mechanism and the product are similar, but here one condition is that in this condition, if the two type of aldehyde or two type of ketones are used, different type of aldehyde or different type of ketones, the mixture of product is formed. How the mixture of product is formed? So think here. This is total step and you should write only the product, but I want to explain what to do. If I want to molecule, I write here A and here B. So molecule A react with molecule A. That means this aldehyde react with itself to give the aldol product. Molecule of B react with molecule of B itself to give the aldol product. And molecule of A and molecule of B give the aldol product. So here total 3 or 4 type of molecules, 3 or 4 type of product are formed. So you think that I told here that why the 4 type of product? In A and B, in reaction between A and B, there is 2 condition. One condition is that I write here A plus B. I want to write here A plus B 2 times. I want to make a star on A and I want to make a star on B. So what about the star? In this reaction A plus B, A behave as enolate, and in this reaction B behave as enolate. So when the enolate formation changes, the product formation also changes. So there is total 4 type of product formed. So when but one thing is necessary, both molecules should have alpha hydrogen, then you may only call that 4 type of product. If one have alpha hydrogen and one does not have alpha hydrogen, so the number of product decreases. So I hope you may understand how the product form. So reaction between A and A, reaction between B and B, and reaction between A and B, there is 2 condition, in which one condition is that in which A is behave as a enolate and another is B is behave as a enolate. So I hope you may write all the product. How you may write? So for the reaction A and A, you solve this type of example. For the reaction B and B, you solve this type of example, because you understand what I written here. So this is a molecule B. And for the reaction between A and B, so just you think, one time you form enolate from here and another time you form enolate from here. So I want to write product here only. So listen carefully. So first step is that if I want to write between the aldol product of this molecule, so just think how I write. Double bond O, I write only product. Double bond O, H, and it forms enolate, and this one is OH, and another molecule has only CH3 group. So this is aldol product. And after aldol, you may write the aldol. This is second step is heat also. So after first step, it forms the aldol, and in second step, so in second step you may write form the double bond between this and remove the OH. So this is product formation for A plus A. This is product formation for A plus A. And now for B plus B. So in B plus B, H, double bond O, this system behave as a nucleophile. So it forms a new bond. So new bond. This one is OH, and it is attached with one hydrogen. So another molecule is similar. So one hydrogen and one CH2, CH3. So you may write the second product after removing the after forming, just form the double bond here, and here one hydrogen is present also, one alpha hydrogen is present. So you think for the second step, here is also a necessity of hydrogen. If there is no any hydrogen, suppose that here is 2 substituent and no any hydrogen is present, so second step does not take place. So removal of water, that is condensation step, does not take place clearly. So here again, so this is product of B and B. You may write the second product, condensation product. If A and B, if A is formed as enolate, so if A form enolate, so I told you previously various time that if enolate is formed by any molecule, the carbonyl center retain. So if A forms enolate, so just double bond O present on enolate only, enolate molecule. So this behave as a nucleophile and it attacks on this molecule. So this is new bond, this is OH, and it is with one hydrogen and this side chain. So you may write the product also here clearly. You may write the product also. Second one is that if B is enolate, so B is enolate, that means here the enolate formation takes place. B is enolate, so I want to write enolate first because double bond will retain on this system. So if this system is enolate formation, so this attacks on the new one, and the newer one, that is A, on molecule A. So molecule A converts into the OH, and it is attached with only one CH3 group. So this is CH3, and after removing you may write its second product also. So there is 4 type of products for cross aldol if the molecule have, both molecule have alpha hydrogen. Now in second one you may write the product of this system, because in this system there is no any alpha hydrogen, but here is alpha hydrogen. So alpha hydrogen is necessary for only the formation of enolate. So if any one of them form enolate, the aldol reaction takes place. So this form enolate because here is alpha hydrogen is present, and this enolate attack on this system, and you may write the product of this reaction. So I hope this is enough for today, and I want to recall all the concepts. First concept is you should able to count the number of alpha hydrogen. You should able to form the enolate, and after formation of enolate you should try to form a bond between 2 aldehyde, 2 ketone, or 2 different aldehyde or ketone. So this is all about the aldol and cross aldol. So thank you for today, and you may ask your questions. So this video is too long, so just watch carefully.